So now we finished the brown layer. We might have used a hairdryer to speed up the process if we wanted to. Now we're going to add rust to our machine. Now we don't want to cover our machine completely with red paint because it'll turn into a red machine. We want it still to look like a big brown machine made of metal. So we're only going to put the rust where we think it might have rusted in time. It could just be in a certain area of our machine. It could be where the cogs or the gears are rubbing against each other or where the rope or the wires are meeting. So think very carefully about where you're going to put the rust before you start. And we're going to actually do a dry paint technique. So we're going to dip our brush into the red paint, but we don't want it to be very thick and very wet. We want to get rid of most of that paint on our paper towel. So you're going to be dabbing it lots and lots until our paper towel looks quite dry. It's getting dry now. Just a little bit of rust on my brush. So now I'm going to be rubbing just in certain areas. I'm going to maybe just rub it gently over just some areas. And can you see I'm actually just using this technique. I'm not painting and I'm not dabbing. I'm just gently rubbing over certain areas, very, very gently. And as I rub, just different areas are picking up a little bit of the texture and the red rustiness is appearing over different parts of my machine. So if you just put your paintbrush really flat and gently rub it, can you hear how dry my brush is? And as I rust, then the little bits of red stand out. So keep rusting until you're ready. Don't go mad, don't put too much on, just here and there. And as you can see, certain areas just picking up a few highlights of red. And then when you finish, we're going to be working onto the gold area. If you find that your brush does dry out, a little bit more paint. And again, don't go straight on with the wet paint. Remember to do the dry technique. So you might want to be dabbing your paintbrush until it's very dry, almost hardly any rust on there at all. And off you go again and finish your rusting.